could smell trouble the moment my beeper went. It was a message from Mrs. Steele, the main honcho at Nanoblob Enterprises, or the Steelworks as we called it in her dubious honor. My name's Joe Ridley, and I'm a low-ranking security officer at Nanoblob, a full-time punching bag for Mrs. Steele. Sometimes we call her the Iron Lady, not only because she acts like she had a hammer in her head. Thing is, Mrs. Steele had a so-called accident when she was a teenager. She'd overdosed on some exotic new teen drug called LBD. Messed up her hormone system, made her limbs grow disproportionately. Her earlobes, her forehead grew like Dumbo. Eventually, her lower waist had to be replaced with heavy metal implants. Drugs sure can be a nasty habit. I guess that's why she was so obsessed about nanotechnology. It was a tough chore to face her without laughing.
Ridley, I'm looking for a volunteer for a pretty messy job. We have 5 skin blobs on the loose.
Skin blobs was what they called a nano-manufactured human organism. This didn't look too good.
The blobs were supposed to deliver a super-secret nanoformula to the Central Patents Office. They never got there. If anyone gets hold of the formula, we're in deep trouble, and I don't mean only you, me, and this company, but the rest of the humanity could face extinction. Our nanoformula solvent is immensely powerful. It's able to shrink and expand organic material on a molecular level. Someone idiotic enough to fool around with it could turn Mother Nature into a peanut. Are you following me?
Sounded serious. Only thing I could think about was, why not use the formula on her ear?
I need you to track down the skin blobs and retrieve the cases. They're all identical, right down to the attaché cases they carry. For safety precaution, only one of them carries the authentic formula, but the fake formulas contain information to determine which one is authentic. So we need all 5 cases. Are you following me? Can you take on this mission?
I hesitated. I didn't like skin blobs. They had a blobby temperament.
Hello and welcome to the Blobjob. This was developed in Finland and released in 1998. And apparently it's the first safety game designed to teach people about drugs, violence, sex, fire and traffic accidents while playing an adventure game. Now be warned, the volume in this game can be quite wild at times, especially when we go to the map. I can't actually regulate the volume in this game because the only option we have is to quit the game. We cannot even save. So we are here on a mission. Now we can accept it or we can refuse. For now, let's refuse.
You don't accept? I always knew you had a low survival instinct, Ridley. I have a hunch that you'll come crawling back to me. For now, you're fired. Adieu, mon ami.
I said no to her, even though it was a bad career move, but better than getting blobbed. That night I got drunk and passed out. It was another bad idea. My TV complained.
Oh dear. Maybe we should sort this out.
My old dusty TV must have self-ignited. Why did they keep in such a badly ventilated place? Damn. Soon to become fish soup. I can't use water on an electrical fire. A firefighting blanket made of fireproof material. Okay, great. But The cable's still burning. I did it. Now I must inform the fire brigade about this.
There we go, some peace and quiet. It's interesting to note that whether you accepted this mission or not, your home would still be on fire. It's just that we would have to come here manually instead. Now we could try to call the fire department. Well, yeah, we kind of got that already.
It doesn't function.
For some reason we can't. And he won't let us leave either.
This elevator's connected to a secret tunnel out of my house. Huh? Bad idea. The elevator can get stuck because of the fire.
What fire? The fire is out.
My dear sofa. Old but damn comfortable. It's less than 3 meters to the ground. Why would I want to jump out now?
That's quite helpful, thank you.
The fire must have spread along the cables to the hallway. My kind of luck.
So that's why he does not want to use the elevator. For some reason he knew about the fire in here. So there's only one way to escape.
Time to leave the sinking ship and call the fire brigade. Adios, fish. A beautiful fire, if it wasn't for the fact that I was now short of a job plus a home. I was going to have to put my tail between my legs and whimper back to the Iron Lady. I told her I reconsidered her offer. She was kind enough to agree.
Didn't I tell you you'd come back here crawling like some dirty little lizard with a loose tail? Well, here's a map of the skin blob's route to the patents office, and a portable blobman with which you can collect useful objects. Our last sign of the lost nanoblobs came from the area of Building 4.2. That's probably where you should start. Good luck.
Yeah, occasionally the game likes to bug out a little bit. Oh, there we go. So this is our Blobman, which if we take a closer look here. Well, it kind of bugs out a bit there, but the Blobman is basically our inventory screen. Well, this guy seems to be choking. Let's help him out, otherwise this might get rather uncomfortable. I mean, it is quite uncomfortable already, but the longer we leave it, the worse it's going to get.
This guy looks like one of those nanoblobs. Looks like he's in pain. Hey buddy, you got a frog in your throat? Guess I better call the poisoning center and ask for advice. But there's no phone in here. I have to solve this myself. Hey, looks just like booze or plain water. Did this guy really take a swig of this stuff? Four-week-old milk. It'll probably start talking soon. Captain Crunch, my favorite. Maybe I'll have a snack later. Biohazard level 1 soup. Don't touch it. It's way too red and shiny to be the real thing.
Red? That does not look red to me.
Ain't no such thing as a straight banana. Booze. Bad habit.
again, for some reason, it just seems to pause here. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure how to get out of it, just have to wait. Alright, so that was the first time the game crashed, and it won't be the last. Let's take a close look at this bottle of milk.
Bottle of milk. This could help balance an acid poisoning.
Thank you, sir. Milk's a heavenly gift even to an artificial nanostomach that has just been subjected to a dose of sulfuric acid.
Hey, do yourself a favor and switch to 7-Up, okay?
You're right. Thank you so much, sir. I do prefer naphthalene-based constituents, however. I'm Nanoblob 001, by the way, a product of Nanoblob Industries. I'm equipped with a 270 billion neuron computer that can translate over 5 million...
Hey, cut the crap. What you doing here? Where your buddies?
Of course, I understand. Nanoblob 002 went to get some help with the bike I borrowed from that wonderful lady at the Nanoblob Labs. Did you know she has a PhD in biomechanics? Isn't that wonderful? I actually have her business card. Here it is.
He has a business card and he has a bike. That's interesting to note.
I'm only gonna ask you once. Where is the briefcase?
Briefcase? Heavens, that's a good question. Have I lost it?
Geez, these skin blobs really are neuropaths. Okay, pal, you better get some medic attention. I'm out of here. Business card, better keep it for future reference.
We may as well take a look around before we leave. There is one object that we need, but I'll get to that.
The boiler. Hot, I don't need. Dishes. Possibly a biological experiment. Uh-oh, Poltergeist TV. Nah, no tunes now. Yeah, American Psycho. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This guy must be manic depressive. $10 coin. Could come in handy later. I've had enough sleep. A bunch of shirts that needs ironing. Looks like moth heaven.
Oh dear. Are you okay there?
Looks like he hurt his head falling off the bike. Hey, next time, pal, use a bike helmet. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? No reaction, even if I shout in his ear. Must be unconscious. But is he alive? How can I check that? I'd better move really close to his mouth to check if he's breathing. Yeah, he's breathing. Congratulations, Blob. Okay, let's see if his heart's beating. I can feel his pulse as I touch his throat. I'd better open his shirt button and release his tie to make it easier for him to breathe. He's still unconscious. I should put him in a recovery position. Where should I start, the legs or the arms?
We can just click on random appendages.
No, I'm doing this the wrong way.
Well, that's the response we will get when we select the wrong one, so I'm just going to go ahead and select the right ones.
bend the knee of the victim that is closer to you upwards. Right. Next, I bend the arm of the victim that's further away across the victim's chest and check that the victim's other arm is close to the body. Right again. Next, I grab the victim's waist and shoulder and roll him on his side. Okay, now I bend the victim's head backwards and move his hand, which is closer to me, under the victim's cheek. Is he still breathing? Let's see. Yes, he is. That's it. The official recovery position. I should quit chasing these skin blobs and become a lifeguard on Baywatch. Let's see, RCWC3. What a strange thing to write on a toilet paper. Is this guy a pervert?
Most likely, but that is irrelevant right now.
Brakes and chains look like they're in need of overhaul. This might have caused the accident. Before I call the ambulance, I better check the address of this place.
Despite this being a very colourful background, there is nothing really to actually interact with here. Apart from these street signs. Oh, and the unconscious man down here.
Wow, this is Crick Street and Watson Avenue intersection. Better memorize that. Okay, better make the call now. Open sesame. Too many broads, too little time. Nah, everyone knows the emergency number by heart.
Do they? Maybe in their own country, but what about this country? Alright, so in this country, the emergency number is 112. Oh yes, it is liable to crash here as well. So this may involve another jump cut at some point.
Alarm center?
Oh, hi. Hi there, my name's Joe Ridley. I'm calling from the corner of Crick Street and Watson Avenue. Report a bike accident. The victim, a man in his early 20s, is falling off his bike. He's breathing, his heart's beating, but he's unconscious. I've placed him in a kind of recovery position.
Are there any other victims?
No.
Are there any other persons or vehicles in the area except for you and the victim?
No, I'm the only one.
Okay, we're sending an ambulance. Please wait by the victim until the ambulance arrives.
Okay.
I'm quite surprised, as this is the area which has crashed the most for me, but I went through first time. I'm not going to complain about that.
Do you know who the owner of this bike is?
Well, yeah. Not the guy who crashed it.
I believe she's the owner. I'd like to take this bike back to her.
Oh, really? I'll have to do a check first.
Nanoblob Labs.
Good evening. This is Sheriff Pete Jackson. Could I speak with biomechanical researcher Linda Lindquist?
Speaking.
We got a gentleman here who claims he's supposed to bring back a bike to you, and I'm calling to confirm this is the case. Do you have the security number of the bike?
I've been missing that bike. Let me see. The number is 040-779-194T.
Let me see. It looks like it'd be your bike, ma'am. Thank you for your cooperation, ma'am.
Sure. I'll be expecting my bike.
Okay, sonny. Take the bike and scram.
Thank you very much.
Take the bike and scram.
Don't need to wipe my nose now. Bicycle. Not in very hot condition.
We will head to the Nanoblob laboratories, but before we do, we're going to go down a slightly different route. Alright, well the game crashed a second time, and then crashed 2 more times in trying to get back to this location. Oh well, we're here now. I've got a feeling this is going to be a common occurrence.
Damn! The key won't fit in the lock. I can't start the car. Can you help me?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, sure, let's get you started, pal.
Damn! The key won't fit in the lock. I can't start the car. Can you help me?
Well, at least this game is actually trying to teach people about these sort of things.
I'm only gonna ask you once. Where is the briefcase?
Briefcase? I'm too blitzed to remember my name, and you want a briefcase? Allow me to laugh. Ha ha ha.
I mean, it's a bit of a weird way to teach people about these things, but it's interesting nonetheless.
Locked. I need a key to open this trunk.
There isn't actually anything here, but maybe it's used for a future puzzle?
Locked. Uh-oh, I'm in a hurry if I want to split town.
Yeah, the inventory here is in a bit of a different order. That's mainly because I thought I'd try to do things in a different way to see if I could circumvent the crashes. It seems to have worked a little bit.
Bicycle. Not in very hot condition.
I mean, we're here now, so if the inventory does change in the future, then you know why.
There we go. A ticket to Las Vegas. bus ticket. Someone's going on a trip soon. Look, you better take the bus. I know you're heading for Vegas.
Hey, all right. You can have the car if you want. Here's the key.
Well, he's true to his word. And we can't actually use the car, but we can open the trunk.
I better keep the car keys. Briefcase number 3 retrieved. I'm on my way. Briefcase number 3 retrieved. I'm on my way.
So yeah, that's 1 of 5 collected, and believe it or not, we are, I'd say, we're at least a third of the way through the game already. Let's head towards the Nano Blob Laboratories